Alright, you good looking roosters, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who haven't seen by now, I have been making a ton of AFL23, AFL Evolution 3, whatever you want to call it, or whatever you want the game to identify as. It's 2023. I don't know where I was going with that, but essentially, for those of you who didn't see, I kind of made a video a little bit back where I actually kind of talked about everything you need to know about the new AFL game coming out in 2023. I combined a bunch of the videos, kind of giving you all the information and news. And since that video came out, I've had a ton more videos come out as well. So I figured, why not kind of just do a very, very similar thing for you guys. And yeah, combine it all into one so you don't have to keep going on and watching them individually. You get to watch this whole one in kind of like a little mini movie experience, if you will. I don't even know, but yeah, this is basically a lot of the stuff that you need to know. I talk about the, title confirmation that we recently just got, the in-game currencies, all of this type of stuff, and a bunch of other news that has been going around. So I guess without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Alright, so a little weird, I think, argument that I recently witnessed on a YouTuber's comment section about an AFL23 video. I gotta scout the competition, bro. I gotta see what the fuck other people are talking about, this and that. I don't know why I decided to check the comments of this YouTube video. I guess I'm just used to checking the comments on Pornhub videos. I must have watched, you guys, I think, get where I'm going here. I don't know. I checked the comments and some people were arguing. They were like, how do you know this AFL game is going to come out in 2023? Other than Fox Footy saying it, what other reliable source is saying it's going to come out in 2023? You'd think fucking Fox Footy would be like the most reliable source, but I don't know. Whatever. There is a bunch of other sources to actually show that this game, though, is actually a lot, I think, further developed than a lot of people actually think it was. I remember when AFL Evolution 2 was getting done, I genuinely think they did the face scans in like December or January, something super late, and that game came out in like April or maybe, no, it was May, I think, is when that game came out. Maybe even a little bit later. It could have been June. I don't fucking know. I'm pretty sure it came out like first couple months of COVID, when everyone thought we were legitimately going to die, and COVID was like the next cancer or some shit. I don't fucking know at this point. But again, a YouTuber by the name of Rob Vlogs, some of you guys might have heard of him, other than playing YouTube, other than doing YouTube, he's known for doing shit like playing Fortnite, playing for some random footy team called the Brisbane Lions, and talking shit about Tom Lynch on Twitch.
What are your thoughts on Tom Lynch? Don't like the bloke at all. Feels like Tom Lynch is a goat, is he? You know him, do you, head? Lynch thinks he's something. Oh, mate. He went to a good team to get success. That's what he did. He went to a premiership team and thinks he's that good.
What else is he known for? I'm not sure. He seems like a pretty... I don't even know if he's a cool guy. He trash talked my Tigers a lot, so I won't even fucking say that. But he actually did a vlog a little bit ago where he was, running around with the boys, doing all this stuff, showing you guys what it's like to actually be a Brisbane Lions footy player, really. But in the video, he actually does talk about AFL Evolution 3, which is what he basically calls it. And, actually shows some of the face scanning and all that type of stuff. And I believe he released this video in, like, August or September last year, which was, again, at the time making this video, that's like pretty much 4 or so months ago. I think it was like August, so yeah, it was probably 4 or more months ago at this point. By the time the game comes out, which I predict will be like April or May, again, it will be like only a couple months from a year since that face scanning stuff was done. So realistically, this game is, yeah, pretty far along. And for those of you who don't believe me, here's a clip from Rob Vlogs, aka Tom Lynch Hater 69's video of him getting the face scan done.
My Madden rating is 99.
You're 99. You should be 99. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Woo!
Is this the 2021 they did last time?
All done.
#1 gamer in the country. AFL Evo. Yeah. What rating's Chucky, do you know?
So yeah, he got the face scan done, even though he's not in the AFL anymore, which is pretty fucking funny. Neither is my chubby 5-foot ass. So again, I can laugh, even though he's probably sitting on like 800 extra $100 bills than I am, which is very upsetting. But you know what? That's what it is. Rob Vlogs, you have your success now. I will be the true fucking king of AFL videos. Probably not. I'm pretty sure Caden McDonald's a lot cooler than me as a person. If I had to pick to watch someone out of me and him, I'd probably still fucking pick him. But yeah, face scans for AFL Evolution 3 is what he called it, have been done. We do know this game is probably not going to be called AFL Evolution 3, especially by the little teaser. Didn't show that. Not just that, Fox Footy and that have said, I believe, that it will be called something different. We'll be moving away from that name, which was even by a different studio. Like, a different studio was AFL Evolution. This is a whole new studio working on this AFL game. Big Ant. So again, I do expect them to do their own thing. Probably going to be something really uncreative like AFL23, but still somehow that touches me more inappropriately than I think AFL Evolution 3 does. I still like probably AFL23 as a name more. So I'm going to be that guy. But yeah, face scans for this game look like they have been done. Again, maybe Brisbane was one of the first clubs. If they were one of the last clubs to get it done, then Jesus Christ, they've been doing face scans for a long time. But yeah, going to be pretty interesting to see how this goes. My one request, and I said this in my wish list, please just give Dustin Martin a different fucking haircut than the one he had in 2012. How hard is it? Come on now, I can't be seeing this shit ever again. They've probably done a new face scan for him. Let's pray for the best. The official game title has actually been confirmed, so if you're still calling it AFL Evolution 3, apparently you're living in the past, man, because it is going to be called AFL23, but we have a bunch of more news about the game that has just been officially confirmed, and I'm really excited to get into this because you guys seem to have absolutely loved the last AFL23 videos. There you go. See, I'm already learning the new ways. You guys seem to really like them. Your support has been absolutely awesome, and don't worry, yes, I have been reading the comments more than I read the comments in a Pornhub section, because yeah, those comments are pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, there's a couple more things that there is to, of course, talk about with this game. Of course, it is going to be called AFL23, but one other thing that was really interesting was the rating for this game was also confirmed, and it is going to be rated G. Now, you guys might be thinking, why the fuck would I care about what the rating is? It could be R-rated, and I'm still going to find a way to use my mum and dad's ID to buy this game. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't recommend that, obviously. Like, definitely stay away from that, and it's illegal, I'm pretty sure. Why am I saying I'm pretty sure? It definitely is fucking illegal to use a fake ID or your parents' ID, but hey, if you get away with it, you get away with it. No face, no case, right? But if we're going to be honest here, you don't really care about what the game is rated, but there was actually something really interesting to know about the game's rating that I don't believe, I should say, fucking Tourette's or some shit in my head, that the last games did not, of course, say. And on this rating, if you actually do check it out, it does actually say the game is rated G, but does contain in-game purchases. Now, this is, of course, very important for two reasons, right? You're going to want to put this on there for two reasons. The first reason is they put this on there just so mummy and daddy know that there is a chance their kid will grab their credit card and will, yeah, buy $1,000 worth of awesome in-game stuff, like items, you know? Like in some games you can get cool swords, cool horse armor, different colored dildos, I don't know, but there's a lot of cool in-game stuff you can usually buy. But in AFL games, there's never ever been that. You can't go out and, I don't know, buy some new Nikes or buy some new Adidas. You can't buy even a do-rag to wear while playing an AFL game. Like, that would be cool if I could, you know, have some headwear customization. I don't know, but hey, there is something really awesome that has actually come out of this, and I do genuinely believe them putting that on there does confirm we will be getting an ultimate team / my team, because what else would you use microtransactions for, right? I definitely think there is a big chance we could be getting this, and I genuinely believe Big Ant Studios, who are the guys that are working on this new game, have been listening out to the fans who have been crying like little babies for about 20 years, but Valid crying and have said, yeah, we need to add this because this is something that not only fans want, but something that will make the game last longer than 2 weeks or someone who is in bed with Mia Khalifa. It should last longer than that, right? Because I know the time that I played AFL Evolution 2, I got very, very bored. And as I said, yeah, I probably didn't last very long on it. And I don't last long at most things, if you know what I mean. But I would expect to last long on something that I've just spent $100 on, which, to be fair, I have also spent $100 on something else and didn't last very long with that. That's called a deluxe Palmer at an awesome bar. I don't know what you guys were thinking, you dirty-minded. I don't know. But yeah, essentially, you want to get a game and you want to play it for a long time. You don't want to play it for 2 weeks and then put it on the shelf. But that's what I feel like I do with every AFL game until the boys come over and we just get blatantly drunk and get pissed while we play as the Richmond Tigers, right? It's just, I just don't feel the need to really play an AFL game after like the first couple of weeks unless it's content based or I'm piss farting around with the boys, right? But if you were to add something that would actually get me interested, something that would actually catch my attention, like an Ultimate Team / My Team mode, you would get players to, you know, again, play the game much longer, and I think a lot of people would be more inclined to buy it. Not just that, the awesome thing with this is that you'll make way more money. Like, if you actually put something in the game that, because when you buy the game, you spend like, let's just say $100 to buy the game, right? You spend $100, you get a nice trade, you shake hands with the PlayStation store or whatever, whoever you're buying it off, I don't know, JB Hi-Fi or EB. Does anyone go to EB Games anymore? Probably not. So just JB Hi-Fi, right? You shake hands with the guy and you're like, here's $100, bang, right? From then on, big ass studios don't really make any more money from the game. They don't make any more money once they've received that $100. They're like, cool, right? That's fair enough. $100 is $100, and that's obviously a lot more money than I have right now. So I'm sure Big Ant are not complaining. And when you probably have around 50,000 people or so who buy the game, whatever 50,000 times 100 is, I don't know. I don't do math. You probably 50,000 is probably a bit generous. We'll say 40,000, right? 40,000 people buy the game, $100 each way, bang. That's a pretty good trade. But at the end of the day, after a couple of years go past, no one really buys the game anymore. No one's really playing it, so you're spending all this funding making another game while you're using the money that you made on the last game. It gets a little bit complicated, and that's why AFL games have been much smaller than sport games in the previous history that we've had. But if you were to add a way where people can choose to buy, you know, certain cards and stuff like that to make, you know, certain player cards to make their teams better, you will eventually find a way to spend more money. And let's just say 1 out of every 3 players decides to use microtransactions on the AFL game, right? Minimum is $20, yeah? That is still a lot more money, much more money than you would probably make originally. Like, the average is $20. You've got 1 out of 3 players, you know, out of 50,000, that's probably going to be around 15 to 17,000 people who bought the game will eventually, you know, buy microtransaction stuff, all this type of things. They'll get their My Team and that a lot better. That is literally so much more money you are making from microtransactions than you are from just normally selling the game, right? It definitely adds up. And there are people who will probably spend thousands on this game. And again, it adds up. At the end of the day, if you have a way where you are stably making money every single year off this game, it is going to be so much more successful. And that's why adding an Ultimate Team and whatnot is very, very important. And I genuinely think them saying that microtransactions are going to be in the game, it's very, very important, because this is what we will hopefully be getting. Watch us all just be disappointed and they're just adding, I don't know, pink boots or something that you can buy. I mean, I'll still buy it. I've got a pink mouse. Why not pay an extra $20 just to get Dusty Martin kitted out with some pink runners? Why not? Please, for God's sake, please just add an Ultimate Team / My Team. Don't do that to me, man. But yeah, so in saying all this, hopefully this does mean we are getting an Ultimate Team / My Team. It is a bit of a speculation, but not really. If you're going to have confirmed microtransactions in by that rating, I think that's what all of our mind is going to. And there's some people who've already been saying that it will be confirmed in the game and whatnot. So that is going to be a really awesome thing. And I am extremely excited to see how this, of course, does pan out. Alright, good news, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who have been wondering, what will the new 2023 AFL video game be called? I finally have an answer for you. It's not really too, like, I don't know, eye-catching. It's not going to make you, like, I don't know, touch yourself inappropriately over it. It's nothing exactly too special, but the name is here. It is not going to be AFL Evolution 3. Which I'm pretty happy about because, I don't know, man, the last 2 AFL Evolution games have been a bit, like, I don't know, it's just, you know when you're eating chicken and you have that really shit piece of chicken that just comes out? That's kind of what playing the AFL Evolution games were. You're enjoying it, you're eating the chicken, you're playing the game, but then there's that one little shit piece and you're just like, I don't want to play this anymore. I don't want to eat this anymore. I don't know if it's just me, but it is not going to be called AFL Evolution 3, which is interesting because that's actually what Mitch Robinson called it in his video when he got the face scans and stuff done.
My Madden rating is 99.
You're 99. You should be 99. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Woo!
Is this the 2021 they did last time?
All done.
Number 1 gamer in the country. AFL Evo. Yeah. What ratings Chucky, you know?
And I've never been the biggest Mitch Robinson fan, so I'm kind of happy he's retired. And hey, he got that face scan for no reason, so I'm pretty sure he's not going to be in the game. We did it, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, this new AFL game will be called AFL23. It will be rated G. It will also have potential microtransactions in it. It does say there are in-game purchases. I recently made a video talking about how an Ultimate Team does look like. It is confirmed, you know, or on My Team, whatever you want to call it, whatever fancy term. It's definitely not going to be called that. It's probably going to be called, I don't know, AFL card players or some cringy ass shit. But yeah, essentially the game will be called AFL23. Gonna have microtransactions. There's a little bit else we do have officially kind of confirmed now. For example, the game will be backwards compatible. It will be out on the PC, the PS4, the PS5, the Xbox One. It doesn't actually say here if it's on the new Xbox console, which is very odd. I'm assuming that it is. I don't know why it wouldn't be there, but it will be, I'm assuming. The other one they put on there, they do say it is on the Nintendo Switch, but from the rumors that I've heard going around is that it won't be on the Nintendo Switch, at least not for the time being. I think it's been filed for the Nintendo Switch, as you can see on the website, but I think that is potentially if they're going to release it later on. I don't think it's going to come out on the Nintendo Switch straight away. At least I wouldn't assume. I'm not sure about the Nintendo Switch's capabilities anymore. People not only forget that this console is about the size of my penis, like it is really, really small but thick, but it was also made in like 2016 and released in 2017. Like, that is a long time ago. Like, you think about it, the PS5 and new Xbox came out in 2000 and I think at the end of 2020, right? Early 2021. No one really got their hands on one until like 2022, 2023. And I've heard the consoles have already had a couple different upgrades since being released. At least that's what the rumor was going around. So I wouldn't be surprised if a new Nintendo Switch console came out very soon. I don't think they're going to ditch the premise of the Switch because, let's be honest, it's a brilliant idea. Like, it's awesome. And I think the Nintendo Switch is now the third, like, most sold gaming console or something in the history. Like, even more people have bought the Switch than the Wii, which is really interesting because, like, I bought a Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to be honest, I've probably touched it less than I've touched chicken and KFC today. Like, I don't know, I just barely ever played the Nintendo Switch. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the graphics are pretty cool, like, especially some of the games are very, like, I think kind of influenced from like anime stuff like that. Like, you're gonna find better graphics on the Nintendo Switch than you would find on like Hentai Haven or whatever, so it does make a lot of sense. It is still really good. The new Pokemon games have really awesome graphics, so I definitely feel like they could run the AFL game on there. The AFL game's graphics are not as extreme as, you know, the 2K and PS5 and, you know, all 2K on the PS5, I should say, and all that type of stuff. They're definitely much more toned down. Like, I'm pretty sure the last AFL game looked like it could probably run on the newest iPad, or maybe even an iPad Air from back in the day. I don't even know. But yeah, I definitely feel like the AFL game would still be able to run on the Nintendo Switch. It's probably not as good, but if they were to release a new Nintendo Switch console like tomorrow, probably would be one of the best consoles in the world, while also still being so like tiny but thick. Not to sound gay, but you guys get where I'm going with this. Like, it's still crazy how good the console is for its size and all that type of stuff, and I have played it and it is still a really good experience. I just feel like I'm too old and, like, I don't know, I should be like watching The Dark Knight, or I don't know, talking to women and going outside rather than playing the Nintendo Switch anymore. But I'm not sure. It does say on this website it will be on the Nintendo Switch, but games do come out usually on the main two consoles first, and then like PC and Switch are sometimes delayed. So I'm wondering if they're going to do that with this. I would hope not, because there definitely are, like, literally every single kid, if you were to ask them what video game console they would have, most of them have the Nintendo Switch. So if you don't release the new AFL game on the Nintendo Switch, I feel like you are taking away from such a huge demographic that is like probably around 30%, maybe a bit, probably 25% of players would probably be playing on the Nintendo Switch. Just based on the fact, you got to remember how many kids have Nintendo Switches, all of this type of stuff. Like, it's the reason it's like the third biggest gaming console in history. It's literally sold more than the PS4 and Xbox One from remembrance, which is just crazy to think. But yeah, I do think it will be coming out on it. I don't know, I've heard rumors that it's not, but yeah, it's pretty interesting to kind of think about. Again, this game will be called AFL23, has been given a G rating. If you guys would like to learn more about, you know, how the whole entire situation is with the in-game currency, whatever it's going to be, spending money in-game and all this type of stuff, I've made a separate video on that. I think I'm just going to be about my team, or who really knows. But yeah, there's not really exactly too much of the news in this. You guys have been asking me when I personally think there will be a release date for this game. I've been saying this for a bit now, but I think the game will probably come out maybe around April, May, I would think. When the season, I think, starts like halfway through March, right? I don't know if this game is ready to come out by then. You need to do a lot of advertising and stuff first, and I think if you were to start advertising it maybe early March, which is what the rumor is going to be, and you kind of release the game maybe like early May, I think that makes sense. You can definitely get some good advertising out and whatnot then, so I think it's going to be really awesome. Again, a lot to take away from this video. I believe the game will probably be on Nintendo Switch. We still don't have a release date yet, but I think they'll be coming very, very soon. Alright, so it's been a hot minute since I made an AFL video on this channel. I think the last time was possibly when I actually made one, I think on AFL Evolution 2, which came out in like 2020. And I remember we were all so goddamn hyped about that game, and it ended up being like a copied and pasted game of AFL Evolution, which is, I mean, Jesus Christ, like Dustin Martin's haircut was like the exact same one that he had in 2011 when he was acting up with Daniel Connors. So again, not much has exactly changed, but we got some news that I thought, hold on a second, I gotta stop making NBA videos for 1 second and make this AFL Evolution video, because I thought, well, just a new AFL game rather video, because I just thought this was so interesting and so cool that we're finally getting a new AFL game, and it's actually being developed by one of the companies that made one of the best AFL games to pretty much be known to man. A game that everyone loves on God. If I was to ask my friends who they love more, me or this game, they would probably say the game. But there's a little bit to talk about. Fox Footy did a bit of an article, and of course, oh my God, I mean, every time you go on a Fox Footy article, there's just like ads everywhere, bruv. Like there'll be an ad of Mia Khalifa's titties over there, an ad of Sexyland there, and then everyone knows there's always that big ass Culture Kings ad, so wouldn't be surprised if I see that this time as well. But again, we're going to be jumping straight into this. It starts off by saying new AFL video game reportedly in the works by developers Big Ant Studios, who made AFL Live 2011. Jesus, what the hell? Why can I not speak, bruv? I've got like Tourette's or something. This is by a guy named Max Lawton from Fox Sports. Shout out Max Lawton. A new AFL video game appears to be in the works under a new developer, marking a move away from the Evolution series, which again, thank God, we had 2 of those games and both of the games were the exact same. They go on to say though, on Thursday, local gaming outlet Press Start reported Melbourne-based Big Ant Studios had begun work on the next officially licensed footy video game, which is going to be called AFL Evolution 3, because we know they're all fucking copied and pasted. A series of somewhat cryptic tweets on Thursday night have made it quite apparent the game is indeed in development. Hell yeah. First, Big Ant founder and CEO Ross Simmons, a big Carlton fan. Oh my God, bro. Well, he's automatically a twat. I'm joking. Everyone calm your titties. I don't hate Carlton. I mean, do I hate I don't know, but also, I don't just think this is going to be a common pace of the game. As you can tell, I'm a Richmond fan, so I'm generally just going to talk shit. But moving on, he's tweeted a cryptic video and the words, "I've got a feeling," and Hunters and Collectors Holy Grail playing. That song better be in this game. The company itself then tweeted Simon saying that he had let the cat, lions, and tigers, etc. out of the bag, while Simon's told a fellow Twitter user AFLW will be more prominent than ever with 100% equal representation in the next video game. Yay. So you're telling me that Taylor Harris is going to rock out there and is going to be better than what she was in AFL Evolution 2, because I swear to God, I played my friend in AFL Evolution 2, and he played as the females and I played as the males, and holy shit, did he tear me a new arsehole. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm not that good at the game, but I definitely know that these women players should not be absolutely torpedoing 70-meter drop punts when I can't even kick a 20-meter set shot with Buddy Franklin. Maybe I'm just shit, to be honest. I think that's probably more of the situation. Oh my God, that's ball. That is ball. That is such. Oh what the?
70 meters, ball.
That was a 70-meter to ball.
He gives the ball away.
Steve!
Oh,
again!
No! But he does say that it's going to be for 100% equal representation, which is going to be interesting to see how that goes. He says it's also an unknown how long they have been working on this title or when it would potentially be released. The last AFL licensed game was AFL Evolution 2 and was released in April 2020. Big Ant also released one previous AFL video game, 2011's well-received AFL Live, described by GameSpot Australia as the best digital recreation of the sport to come along in years, though criticised for its graphics, poor commentary, and limited features. Well, you've just practically summarised every AFL game. Like, that's the thing everyone looks at. Poor graphics, shit commentating, and limited features, because you can literally do the exact same things in AFL Live that you could do in AFL Evolution 2. There's no difference. You still have the same shit, single player mode. And yeah, I mean, everyone's just been asking for a My Team. I think that's why everyone's just saying the game stay the same, because we all want a My Team. Let's be honest here, it's the big thing. Everyone's like, when's this game going to come out? I'm quite certain, I think it will be 2023. I'm assuming, right? You would have thought they would have done a lot in 2022 and possibly worked on some of it at the end of 2021. yet again, they could be doing all the face scans and stuff like that in 2023, making this very likely it could be like a late 2023, early 2024 thing. But you know damn well I'm still going to put 2023 in that title just to, you know, get some more views. Anyway, in more recent years, Big Ant has produced the Rugby League Live, Australian Open Tennis, and Cricket series, with latter's most recent release, Cricket 22, praised for its gameplay and critical for an overall lack of polish. The gap in quality between gameplay and graphic style is understandable given the much smaller budgets and team working on AFL video games as compared to American sports styles, which also have the benefit of being mainly yearly, so they'll be theoretically at least improved upon each season. After AFL Live, Wicked Witch Software took over development for 2013's AFL Live 2, then producing the more recent Evolution series. Fox Sport gave 2017 AFL Evolution a 6 out of 10, and they gave the sequel a 6.75 out of 10. AFL Evolution 2 was at least more fun to play after the 3 extra years of development, but still incredibly buggy, particularly in the career mode. The career mode is just so useless, bro. You're literally just running around as a character you've just built up. There's no story, no nothing, and it's just an issue because we know the AFL games are just so, like, they're low budget, so they can't do anything, which is incredibly sad. So what they do is actually pretty good with the budget that they make, to kind of say, but also it's still like, man, I would really love to see something very soon, but I definitely understand why they don't. I mean, I'm hoping this game is, of course, a smash hit that could therefore fund future projects, and a big way of doing that would be microtransactions. I know we all dislike microtransactions, but also, it'd be kind of cool, man. Like, if you could have on my team where you just got microtransactions, it would easily be the biggest earner ever, because a lot of people would play my team. Like, I know so many friends that would rather buy the game knowing that it has a my team, this and that. So it'd be kind of cool. It also says that in the late 1990s, AFL games were released by EA and developed by British company Creative Assembly, who still exists today, producing the Total War series as well as Halo Wars 2. That's pretty cool. Melbourne-based IR Gurus under... what the heck am I reading there? Do I need to read that? Probably not. But yeah, I know a lot of people, some people might be saying, oh, you're kind of hating this and that. I'm not. I actually really want this game to be successful, same as I want AFL Evolution 2 to be successful. But I have genuinely spoken to a lot of my friends, what would it do to make you buy an AFL game? Because usually it's only about 1 out of 7 that buy the game, right? All of them are said out of my team. All of them are said out of my team, and if they were to just literally probably copied and paste what AFL Evolution 2 was, make it less buggy, and add in my team, right? And I guess you'd have to add microtransactions, which sucks, but honestly, it'd make the games way better because you're adding microtransactions, you're clearly funding the game more and more for them to hire more staff, this and that. And again, it would just, I feel like it would take off. Like, I feel like that 1 out of 7 would therefore become 3 or 4 out of 7 just because they've added in my team and all that type of stuff. It'd make the multiplayer features so good, and I just think it'd be a really awesome thing for them to do. Again, we've yet to see any advertising for this game, so part of me thinks it might be a 2024 thing, late 2023. You'd think they'd release it before the footy season starts. So that's why I'm going to predict 2024, but also there are rumors they've been working on this game since like 2021, meaning, or even late 2020, I think some people might have said, meaning that this game could literally come out still 2023. So I think it's going to be really awesome and very interesting. I'm super excited to see how this goes. I just pray this has to be the game where we get a my team, right? Like, surely the AFL realizes that's the #1 thing people want. It is the thing that would also, you could put microtransactions that people wouldn't be pissed about. And I think you would drag in a lot more money that could fund further development and hire more people. It would be a really awesome thing. But, you know, as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Are you guys excited to see a new not my career, what the frickety frack am I talking about? A new AFL game. But in light of that, something pretty cool actually came out with a dude called, I think it's Bood, or fuck knows how to pronounce this, man. Bood Designs, I don't know, sorry dude if I absolutely butchered your name, which I'm probably pretty sure I did. But go sub to this guy, link in the description down below, if I remember. Again, sorry if I don't add it, I'm just lazy as fuck and probably will have forgotten. Anyway, this guy actually decided to release a ton of new gameplay. I don't know where he got it, but some of the stuff we actually got was really cool, and I'm kind of going to be actually taking you guys into everything that we got so far from this. And the real big thing I think so far is it actually looks like it won't be getting called AFL Evolution 3 like a lot of people were saying. A couple of you guys commented saying that AFL Evolution 3 was like the early title and all this stuff, so it will be called that. It's not really how early titles work. Sometimes gaming companies slap like a random thing. Like, there's literally sometimes where the game will be called like Mia Khalifa's Titties, but you don't see the game coming out being actually called Mia Khalifa's Titties, do you? No. It doesn't come out as Mia Khalifa's Titties. It will most likely come out as like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 18 or some shit, not Mia Khalifa's Double D. So, off topic, because now I've got Mia Khalifa's Titties in my head, which, even though it's a pretty fucking sick site, I want to talk about the new AFL stuff with you. So far, it looks like the early title is just AFL, which is terrific. Anyway, yeah, I don't think it's actually going to be called that. I have a feeling it's going to be called like AFL23 or something, which makes a lot of sense. But a couple of first things we got, again, we actually get the home screen, which looks very, very PS5-esque. And when I actually looked at this, I thought, holy shit, that's just a picture of Buddy Franklin and Patrick Dangerfield. Like, awesome. They've just copied and pasted it. Whatever. It turns out that's actually what the in-game players are going to look like, which... Whoa! Jesus Christ, fair enough. And this straight away tells me this game, the footage that we've just seen is on the PS5 and Xbox Series X or whatever. There's no way I think an AFL company is producing that on PS4 and Xbox One. Like, we saw what AFL Evolution 2 looked like sometimes. It literally looked like it was made in a fucking toaster. Which, it doesn't surprise me if this one will probably still look the same, but you can straight away tell from that pic. The gameplay we're seeing right now looks like it's next gen. Like, that is... yeah, it looks pretty good. And you see a couple of things. You've got Play Now, Season, Management Mode, Online, Training and Tutorials, Academy and Settings. Pretty much everything we've already previously had. But then they've got Hall of Fame. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's not a mode, because if it was a mode, why would it be, like, lower than the North Melbourne Football Club finish every single season? Doesn't make sense, so I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's just a really early development thing where they've just put it down there for the time being. So that is there, of course. Then we got some gameplay, early access footage released, like looking on a really old Sony TV. Again, there's a couple of Collingwood Guernseys and Carlton Guernseys, I think, above it. So whoever made this clearly likes men. Not saying that's anything bad, don't get me wrong. You can love whoever you want to love. But I'm just saying, you like man. We've got all that kind of there. Early access footage. We've got like Isaac, what? Who the fuck's Isaac? Isaac, I meant to say. Heaney in one of these footage, I believe, like touching his dick on someone. You got a celebration from Buddy. It looks like it's just like really the pre-game stuff. We got Papley, I think that is, pushing Dangerfield in like the square or something. If you freeze frame here as well, there's a bunch of people like standing behind watching this screen. I don't know what the fuck those shoes are, but Jesus Christ, I don't even know.
Question for you. What are those? What?
You got some more, you got a footy going through, and then it just comes up with AFL coming 2023. We also got footage of Patrick Dangerfield going for a goal. There is the new shot meter. It looks as AIDS as it always does. I don't know what it is with like AFL teams making shot creators, like the shot fucking meters, but it always looks pretty AIDS on a stick. I don't know what it is and why it always looks like it, but yeah, fair enough. It's there, I guess. Again, the oval still looks like really weird. It looks very light green, like, I don't know, I guess the ovals kind of look like that. But what I really like about this though is the kicking animation you see right here and the run-up actually looks like so fluent and superb. Clearly there's already a mistake though, like as he kicks it, the AFL player like jumps up like 4 seconds delayed. I don't know why. But yeah, and then there's also the celebration. Paddy Dangerfield going and celebrating with the crowd. Actually looks really good, looks really fluent. I think the whole entire kind of goal run up and stuff that we're getting here. Another really awesome thing that I think like no one has really noticed so far as well is there's like a hit marker. Like there's literally a hit marker, which is really cool. You get to aim actually where you want it, which is for once like legit. It actually looks really good, this hit marker thing. I don't know, it's like Call of Duty, man. But yeah, it is there and it looks actually legit. The shot meter, as I said, still looks pretty odd. And then you got Dangerfield running in for the goal. It seems like there's 2 shot meters. I don't know why. Again, the Sydney player had like a major delay in the jump. Again, they definitely need to fix that because it just looks terrible. But again, this is probably very early. This game's probably not going to come out till like April or June maybe next year. I don't know, like a May release. Who really knows? Which is still like realistically 7 months away or something like that. Like game is probably still in somewhat early development. It does look like though they have been working on this game for some time, obviously well over a year. It seems like it's just kind of they've taken some stuff from AFL Evolution 2. Like you can tell the oval looks very AFL Evolution 2 like, but the run-ups and celebrations and just the player models and designs so far actually look a lot better, if I'm going to be honest. A couple other things here and there kind of go into it where it actually looks better. But yeah, it does seem like this game is in somewhat early development still, but not as much as what I would have thought of. Like, for some reason I thought it was going to look like how the GTA 6 early development footage looked like. And yeah, clearly it doesn't. Like, it still looks a lot better, which is really cool, making me think that this game is closer than expected. You guys did great with the first one, with the second one, and now we're back with the third one. Again, we're going to be talking about the trailer that recently got leaked for the game in today's video. Again, last time we talked about the gameplay, which actually looks really, really cool. Again, they even added hit markers, bro, like it's freaking Call of Duty or some shit. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just saying, if you can whip out an AK while playing as Buddy Franklin, then I'm sold, bro. Best ever AFL game. I'm sold. Big Ant, you've done well. Anyway, we got the trailer for this game. I definitely feel like this isn't necessarily complete. I don't know, it didn't really announce what consoles this was going to be on, anything like that. There's still a big conversation going on right now if it will just be 100% next gen, or if it will be, you know, the older generations, if it will be on PC, the Nintendo Switch, PS Vita, and the Nintendo DS for all I care. I don't even know what it's going to be on yet, but we'll have to definitely wait and see. The trailer didn't say anything. It's kind of like coming to my mind right now that there's going to be kids watching this video that probably don't know what an original Nintendo DS was, which is kind of like, that is crazy to think. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. The trailer basically starts with the AFL logo. Again, before we get into that, shout out Bood. Again, he or she, I don't know who, but runs it. But they commented in my comment section, you know, saying, you know, thank you, how to pronounce the name, this and that. I felt like I was in fucking English class learning how to pronounce shit again, which is great. But yeah, that's basically he or she, gender equality, provided the footage to this, and again got all the leaks, this and that. So yeah, this time they've got the trailer. Starts off with an AFL logo with a big ass watermark of Boob Designs again. If you didn't know who made it, now you definitely fucking do watching this. We also got a logo for Nacon, I'm guessing that's a developer, and then Big Ant Studios right there. The trailer then goes on to the AFL ground, the MCG, of course, the home of all homes. Again, it doesn't exactly look any different from AFL Evolution 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of copied and pasted that, to be honest. I mean, I don't mind if they're focusing on all the other type of stuff and that didn't need to be fixed. If it's broke, you don't need to fix it. Again, we've seen game companies do this before when... Wait, did I just say if it's broke, you don't need to fix it? What the fuck am I talking... I don't even know what's going on there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, is the actual quote. Jesus Christ, I don't know. I must still have concussion from Auskick. I don't know, I can't think of any other excuse right now. But yeah, it kind of looks like it was legit just copied and pasted from the last game, which is fine. Again, if they're focusing on other shit, who cares? But the MCG is right here, looking very pretty, of course. Next thing we get is Paddy Dangerfield. Danger's looking pretty cool. I'm not necessarily sure about his haircut. His hairline does look like it's been receding for about 50 years in this game, which, I mean, bit of a diss to him, but shit, he looks pretty good other than that. Can't really fault him there. And then, of course, they show number 30. Who the hell is number 30 for the Swans? Why am I wigging out? Again, if I do check my John Cena watch, it is 11:30 at the time I'm making this, so it's probably past my bedtime. Tom McCartan, right? I'm not even going to check it. It's someone. But anyway, he's taking a mark. Then they show what looks to be Luke Parker. Again, number 26 for the Swans. He does look really good as well. That design looks really good. And then we've got Tom Stewart next up. Now, I don't know what it is with AFL games. Like, the graphics have looked really, really good so far. Until you get to Tom Stewart. I don't know why some players just have to look like they're Casper the Ghost. Like, why does Tom Stewart look like he hasn't seen the sun in at least 50 years? He literally looks like all of those day in the life of a Twitch streamers on TikTok. Like, they haven't seen the sun. They live at home all day, 24 hours, G Fuel for breakfast. Basically what I'm just trying to say is he looks like he plays Fortnite 24 hours a day, so that's it. But yeah, I don't know why he just doesn't look like he's seen the sun at all. Other than that, you see Danger again, you see the back of him. If you actually freeze frame right here, Danger's ears are like mentally challenged right now. I don't know why he looks like freaking Dumbo there, but yeah, the front on does look really good. Then we've got another close-up to what I don't actually know who this player is again. He's kind of looking at the ground or looking at his toe. I don't really know who that is. But then Buddy Franklin is the next one. Buddy looks really, really good again. You want to get the stars right. It's something that the AFL games haven't been able to do well previously. I mean, in the last game, Dustin Martin still has the same haircut that he had since 2009. Dusty's nearly bald now. Like, he doesn't have the big-ass mini mullet thing going on anymore. So hopefully they change that in this game and make his head a little bit smaller, because, again, in the last games, his head's been like 8 meters tall. I don't know what's going on there, 8 meters wide. But yeah, Buddy Franklin celebrates a goal here. And we got Selwood. So I think it was Selwood earlier looking at the ground. We got Selwood going up to Danger. And then again, another clip of Selwood celebrating. Then we've got what looks to be Brandon Parfitt matching up on Isaac Heaney. You don't really get to see their face at all right there. Get to see Danger on what I think is Tom McCartan. I think, at least. And then we got, again, Danger going for goal. That looks really good. Judging from the gameplay as well, you can straight away tell. I think they've like actually added animations for celebrating that actually matches the player. The walk-ups as well, like everyone knows some players have their distinctive walk-ups when they're taking a set shot. Ben Brown decides to start like 50 meters back. Like the time he gets to the goals, I've literally gone and have an 8-hour nap. I've made some easy mac and I'm already sitting down watching the game with a Pepsi Max in my hand, and the bloke is still taking the set shot. So again, hopefully they do shit like that. That'd be cool if they add some, characteristics to these certain players to make it kind of seem more realistic. Because yeah, the game is fucking bullshit when Ben Brown takes a set shot and he only does a 5-meter run up. You just know that's not real. Like it just doesn't happen that way. And again, as the ball goes through, I should say, the ball goes through the big sticks and the AFL logo comes up saying coming 2023. Play it here now. I'm guessing this is a demo thing. Again, it doesn't look like we have a date for this game yet. I'm assuming it's probably going to be around April to May next year. I think that's mainly when the previous games have all come out, if I'm remembering right. But again, it is 11:35 at night. My mind is as good as someone who's on ket right now, so not great. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing to kind of see when this game's going to come out. Judging from the footage here, it does look pretty decent. I wouldn't be upset at all if they just kind of copied and pasted everything from AFL Evolution 2 and, of course, fixed up a lot of the players' haircut designs, actually added, characteristics to these players again, like Ben Brown doing the old 40-meter run-up. That makes sense. Add that shit to the game. those type of players. Again, Grind Myers doing the absolutely mentally retarded kick that he always does, where he just kind of puts his leg out on a 45-degree, 180-degree angle, slams the shit out of the ball, and prays add that into the game. That's what we want to see. Again, it shouldn't be too hard, and it should make them a fair bit of money. And hopefully when they release the next game, we can obviously get the My Team, Ultimate Team stuff going. I think that would be really cool as well. But yeah, we'll definitely have to see. I think this game will be on PS4 and Xbox One, as well as the newer gens, which is going to be pretty cool as well. I think Nintendo Switch and PC maybe. I don't know if it will be modified on the Switch. I'm assuming the graphics will be dumbed down quite a fair bit, and there'll be some type of limitations. Again, if it comes on the iPad, all hope is lost out the window. But to be fair, some of the best AFL games have gone on the old iPad, so I don't know what's going on there. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you guys think about this kind of like pre-alpha trailer thing? I don't know. Definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions. Go subscribe to my gaming channel, my IRL channel, my podcast as well. Link in the description down below. And something I feel like I don't advertise enough is my Instagram. Again, it's pretty much the main social media other than YouTube I use. I don't like use anything else besides Instagram. So go and check that out. I'm always posting some story of some NBA clip or an NFL clip, AFL clip, this and that. So go check them out. Links will be in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.